In this video we're going to look at scatter diagrams or scatter graphs. A scatter graph is it's used to find out if there's a correlation or there's a relationship or a pattern between two sets of data. Okay, the first two here, I'm doing it from the textbook so you can see all the different types of graphs because you are asked to describe them in your questions. So the first one, you can see it's both going up in that direction. If I put my pen on it, you can see it's both moving in that direction. It's a positive direction. So these are called positive correlation. Now there's two different types. This one's a strong one because the crosses are quite close together, whereas this one, it's still going up, but the crosses aren't as close together. So this is a weak positive and this is a strong positive. Whereas if I turn the page over and show the other type, these are the opposite, so these are coming down, these are negative, and again a strong negative and a weak negative. Okay, if there's a correlation, there's a pattern, so you can have a positive correlation or a negative correlation, which means there's some pattern to the data, whereas this one, which is no correlation, and they're all scattered around. Now these questions don't tend to come up with this because they can't test anything else other than ask you what kind of correlation is it. Okay, the other thing that comes up is a line of best fit, and a line of best fit is not generally asked for you to draw it onto the graph. You are expected to draw it onto the graph, and it's a line that fits through the data points. Okay, it doesn't have to fit through all the points. It's not a zigzaggy line, it's a straight line, and it fits through the points. Okay, roughly the same number of crosses either side of the line. So if I move the textbook out of the way and lead that to an exam type of question, this scatter graph shows information about the height and the arm length of each of 8 students in year 11. So we've got arm length in centimetres up there, and we've got height in centimetres down there. What type of correlation does it show? Well, it's going from left to right, so it's going up. Up is a positive correlation, so all you need to write is positive. Okay, it says a different year 11 student has the height of 148 centimetres. Estimate the arm length. So it's a 2-mark question. Where there's 2 marks, that's 2 tasks or 2 things to do. So the first one is to draw the line of best fit. Doesn't tell you to draw it, but you need to. So if you put your ruler on, roughly the same number of points each side. I'll put mine there, I think. Everybody's line of best fit will be slightly different. Okay, which will make your answers slightly different as well. Estimate the arm length of the students. We're looking at 148 centimetres high, so that's 150, 148. Draw onto your graph, helps to draw on, a bit like when you're doing conversion graphs, onto your graph and across, and then you've got to read the scale properly. This is 80, this is 90, so that's 80, 81, 82. So my estimate for the height of this pupil is 82. If you've drawn that line of best fit, you might have drawn it slightly different. You might get a slightly different answer there, but at least by drawing on it, you're showing you know how to take the reading. Okay, this one I've already drawn on, but you can see there, this is a negative correlation because it's coming down. And this is asking for, it's a different car with the engine size of 2.5 litres. So at 2.5 I drew up and I read across. Now the scale on this is a little bit more tricky to read because that is 10 and that is 12, so halfway between is 11. You've got to work out that each one of these little ones is going up in 0.2, so 11.2 kilometres for that. Okay, so for scatter graphs you're normally asked to describe the type of correlation. That's why, and then take a reading from the correlation from your line of best fit. That's why they don't put no correlation questions in. Okay, because you can't take a reading if there's no correlation. Stop the video, have a go at the questions, check your answers.